Enti Act 13 and already Banaman case Atuguba say we all are servant of the rules and we need to worship the rules. Ye nyina no ye yankwa wo mra nanim enti ye wo se mra no ane ye som no enti minim se jaja odi achenkwa asem no ono osom mra no o ye servant ema mra no. Likewise sanso na prosecution nso a obo achenkwa kwadu no ono nso or worship mra no ono so ye servant of the law. So the point I make is say so say ready your authorities are akọ Supreme Court be bra mo decide ya omo de ruling aba actually say the intia ye do obi ba begina court fata say e man bail. Now before me ba ho no yenhwe bibiti say section 96(5)(a) of Act 30, section 96(5)(a) of Act 30 procedure na yen kasa ye follow no. Was it the most dominant factor for a court to consider when granting bail is the reappearance of the accused person? That means that your court factor was we can't say whether or not the accused person will reappear to stand trial. The most dominant factor court ababa bebejina emranenim ama emranen na decide factor. Your court they was say acting the most dominant factor for a court to consider when granting bail is the reappearance of the accused person at the next return date. Let us say the next return date also when say accused person e betimi aba court until also money bail because of presumption of what innocent. 2, there are other factors court e betimi di ama by the discretion no di ama judge ne say because if you read Martin Pebu number 2 versus Attorney General number 2, 1 Supreme Court Ghana Law Report at page 171. And no Martin Pebu ratio na court in establishing is all offenses here bailable, but subject to the discretion of the my lord na whatever. And my lord in the discretion no bit me diama. But yes, my lord in the discretion, tina my lord no abuse of discretion no. Because so case bit like the Republic versus Gabriel Juan. Republic versus Gabriel Juana. Court ne kan asem bi ho. A 2012 decision Court of Appeal. Ene High Court nyina. Na court ne kan asem bi. Or say the continuous detention of an accused person without any justifiable cause is a ground for bail. Gabriel Juan, Republic versus Gabriel Juan. The continuous detention of an accused person without any justification on the part of the prosecution is a ground for bail to be granted. That means that the accused person be adini bejina wanim now continuous or the betumu abra wuntimi ma justifiable reasons e was say court ni timi hwema accused persons ni bail. Now yemra chenkwa de no so. Na yemhwe authorities here making Yemusa ya say whether or not say achenkwa or fixed place of abode obetimi ama address say ohwehwe achenkwa obenya no, whether or not say achenkwa himself no or ye fully employed ewo untumi multimedia, whether or not say achenkwa a married person or what children, whether or not say achenkwa ubuni dia obie ni achenkwa sa wohwehwe na obetimi ho no eti na national security minim so mo na beche na national security beche no omutimi hunu ba bia achenkwa wokoche ni easily because they know the location of what achenkwa. So they know the location of achenkwa. So the point me making say oshe grounds are digina so edemo bibe, and whether or not say achenkwa were men of substance to stand as sureties for him. You see now global index you be aba out say and you maybe omugina conflict war mem omohwe sa atrocities are obi committed sa militarization ni ade ni niam ebe koso na ansa na global index ni de wa ba begina ba bi o. But they say we should Ghana free 50th position no one call somewhere 60th position.
Yeah, 61st.
Why?
Yeah.
61st. The point is hwe niam a wo koso ehunu bi e koso etuo bi a amanfo di hunu nipa o manim more na sa global index no so ethical form. So the point I making is say e dey be reason na judge no wa obetimi justify etimi a kire say order from above. And another ground I was say
prosecution
rather So another ground now also be same team so whether or not say accused person ni pia or beba be interference e the ama witnesses evidence and now say prosecution investigation na oye. Here is the case per the statement I want making it say prosecution na wie na dwuma we on investigation and that one was known to the court as a we. So we an investigation there then achenkwa nya dia obekwa interfere with the investigation and nya dia obetimi interfere with any witness and nya dia achenkwa in any case witness okra mo de beba no evidence from audio and I say video I just achenkwa kasa mo de ba ontimi ntempa with sa audio and I say video evidence na wo de ba no and video evidence no so say credible I will lose a governor bibia ye clear na ye clear say pictures ni bibia show achenkwa admissible court ni betimi age atum. So the point being na prosecution ne wo to justify say all can say order from above and a pen instruction say any kwan say ye ma any pani be. So it looks as if the prosecution indeed was dictating to the court. The court has to look at the acts. The court has to look at the 1992 Constitution, that's Article 19(2)(c). The court has to look at the grounds na achenkwa betime meet grounds ni nyina. As a grounds no one on your flight risks uja no be dwane ana. In any case, before national security be achenkwa na achenkwa information say ye beche no. And even baby anu ote kura kan asem odi kan ka say asem ya mekan minim say me free ha ye beche me. But he never ran away. You see the point? He never ran away. Okotena baby ote akopim so omoba beche no. So the me pese me hu ne say emra na ye de ye adwuma anase sen. Although I'm not a lawyer for achenkwa, but if I were a lawyer for Ashanti, I wouldn't have entertained that thing. Our court. Okay. Our court of first instance. I would have gone to high court straight away because court in be change. So if you look at that is why I make the theory of the I was also here jurisprudence the theory of the judge and I also heard you belonging to the demeanor of the judge. Any Bibiana here judge.
Judge no. I can't say instructions, per the instructions, they say more man the bail. Judge, besides our investigations, they say, aye. And a judge, they say, what is his justification? Today, into the opposite a bail. That is so. That is so. And no
make us say, Gabriel Juan versus the Republican. The court said that continuous detention, the continuous detention of an accused person without any justification. Or continue detaining now without any justification is a ground for bail. So what you say? It's a ground for bail. You see, where an enactment prescribes a procedure, that procedure ought to be followed. Say enactment to be actually said, dear Winnie and Faswa, section 96(5)(a). Actually said the court has to look at the most dominant factor. And the most dominant factor to be considered by the court is to whether or not say accused person will reappear to stand trial at the next return date. And the accused person obeba next return date what the money bail obeba na obeba dia niam also ugina so we say on your flight risks let us say nyane accused person or fixed place of abode what you na be say fie we mu not here accused person or a married person or yere ne ma just so jana yere ne ma ekọ adwane e kombede no accused person no or men of substance be gina ho ama no men of substance na omo onipa bebre wo political party manu achi no kra no achenkwan studio ha anasa multimedia untumi multimedia ombetimi abegina ho ekora mani bail amana timi ayeye enti dia be condition na achenkwan timi miti. You see the point? Enti enyasa wo de wo prosecution wo shed that botrimu per and bail shouldn't be used as punishment. So giving onerous even bail condition no it amount to refusal, which was stated in the case of Martin Pebu number 2 versus Attorney General number 2. One Supreme Court Ghana law report 2015-2016. Bail in the Quran, it shouldn't be used as what? Punishment. So the bail punish will be. At the end of the day, as I'm not feeling so if the person a proves that on your innocent, not 2 mono baby ben for so ben was so. You have to go to the substance of the case and answer the merit of the case to ascertain whether or not the accused person will be found what? Guilty. It won't come the merit ni hunu ene womu a na also be continue no detain accused person be because of ne ho hi anasa asem bi a wate because our lawyer also be put to anasa even if a prima facie evidence or case is established against the accused person now accused person no e what chance say also be to open defense and no be open defense it could be say betima ba say court no betima the defense na to so afeni ya sha agro na say all offenses be a bailable. Even murder cry bit mama bail. Although subject to the discretion. Because judge be or better say murder me ma bail like be opia. Ya beba be buo kun be na as a lawyer mo attack no.
3 days.
Yes, immigration
officer
no e wo na ya but lawyer na o kwa attack no. Sa lawyer no bone ben waye. The point is that say enipa no refi say in murder cases kura no wa man lawyer nyina mu amana na asem no kwa yintimi nka. Just a lawyer be jina homa no because court ni person ohun say lawyer na twitwaje no na enso dia na odi for nje ko ba se ebua no fa no ohun say me man lawyer na enso di na odi for na wokobo lawyer no say wan kasa so unipa na kokum enipa ananka wan kasa anka yedi wa unipa na yes abone na sa mro be hia lawyer say anka lawyer me twitwanye wana. And I empathize with that lawyer and those people the way they were attacking the lawyer. You understand that? Lawyer no nkyerese wo ba ya na oba beka na kyerese wa betwitwa na nipa na dibem. Enkyeresa. Lawyer ne behwe ne ma bi se mra na ye hye ne kena na. Ebi kura lawyer no betuma hu se ewuo no kwaye fa so ba ye ne me de ya asam ka o. Na mo nyema no nsi bone. Ebi mpe ewuo no kwaye fa so ba ye ne wo se sa nipa no okọ life na ni kwan se bia yiku no. Ana se wo so okọ 20 years. Nti obeka kai court ne mra no. What you say? And non chlese lawyer ne baba bi obi ewu ne ye ne ya. Say wo yonko breboa wo ne ne tisti ye kohwe ball ne ade nyina. No wachi na kunu wo dem ma mogya nyina. Although menye judge because afi ne edi asem no nti I'm not trying to say me di ka bua mo say o mo di for. But me chlese say sa asem ne ye no kra. Na wotimi akum sa nipa we na ade. Nti me di abusua ne ye no. E fa ba bi na mani je ho say o mo de yaw na attack anka nipa na wodi bon ne but not the lawyer. Say abusua ne say de no mu si ko accused person so no ehwo na nha me kra na mom lawyer na no mo kono so no ehwo ne me haw enye se me ye lawyer ntina e ma keke me kasa but murder cases ni yes se woni lawyer kra na asem no kra ye ntie je se ye nya lawyer ma no ntina lawyer no awo ba no bone be no waye. So the point I mean and say I know for sure say judge ni nim bra and by perusing all the affidavit
it's maybe say we na bia we are conclude ewo eno or case instructions then saka as a lawyer why no need to be massa instruction or give it to be give out instruction to a prosecutor say on deny or be bail because then some no said play instructions are in saka. And a secondly judge and also say okay and the Wednesday and obession or ordinary ruling aba on the year he's opposing of a year bail application.
Very well.
Now prosecutor the customer judge they do baby you need to me preoccupation bia or the ruling beba.
You see KK judge no courtroom ho dwumadie bia si judge na so or your referee judge ni be determine upon wasem bia o kan bia judge ni betima ma ruling opa so but statement made by the prosecution no say per instruction awanya no. In fact prosecutor no o take instruction from where? Instruction and delegated power by virtue of Article 88 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Prosecution or taking the powers from what? Delegated power if the Attorney General. Inti either say pen instruction there. Any na supposedly na if the Attorney General na aba. Ana if the Attorney General if la bem SMA or money bill. Eti prosecutor na some no can. Is it a statement e was so court to please wait on it ana? That is the question to be interrogated. I was so busa won say as a court no rely on that statement and if I were the judge delivering that justice in the name of the Chief Justice, you are delivering it in the name of what? The Republic of Ghana. So justice emanates from the good people of Ghana and it shall be delivered in the name of the Republic. It would work as a republic and now you're referee and I would asem no to wodi asem no e also already emrane kan
e bia no kokan ni books kakra
fine on the face of it e bia betima kan but even is a motion just motion supported with an affidavit you can look at it on the face of it and determine it fine yemfa ne say ensem gu judge no so wanya eno de me judge ne ya adwene eti judge ne person okokan mu but let's see the judgment the ruling the judge will bring. If the ruling doesn't go in favor of Achenkwa, let's say it will be based on. I don't think the judge will rely on the statement na prosecution ne kan so. So rely on e was asem no so dia. Let's say judge ne dia gukura. It is anything you appellate court, anything you high court and so ho. Because I am from so a bit mako high court, but me a lawyer for Achenkwa, I cannot entertain this. Straight up, I will go to high court. Let me repeat my application or high court. I only apply for ruling because the first day now you refuse to no me call high court. What you say? We are politically motivated. You understand that? The person country institution no more adwuma say they should be fair and fair to everyone. You understand that power and tena ho nkwa wiye and the power ye wo dia wo china power ne besan sesa. Enti de wo ye bia so odwini china. Say China no obi, you see, we need to strengthen various institutions in the country, but we don't need to strengthen what personalities. Any kwase personalities near strengthen no. I was here strengthen institution no. The way be a free and fair for unia fa procedure no pepe na procedure na ndini year na ndini ye. And yes be o ya chenkwenti the mere fact that I make a statement nti. What ya? Let us see. Ebi kra obedru court obe justify statement no kan no. Ebi our evidence to support. It is not about a mere statement. If you read the case of Major Labi versus Labi, Huru versus Richard, the court will tell you, it is not a and then a strengthened personalities. And then you can train it like that. We shouldn't be practicing what anocracy, but we need to practice democracy.
All right, we need to practice democracy, says a lawyer Exp0se Bunsu. Lawyer Exp0se Bunsu, and what's the name? Our studio has say no. Na just a lawyer Eddie Akwakugu, ye achenkwa nana, ye juma ewo won't me TV so ewaha na somewhere in the ruling on the bail no.
Ruling on the bail.
Ruling on the bail.
So
and sana
then they will file something called disclosures. And the disclosures na prosecution ba file at the crew jina so de ba be bono kwadu. And the disclosures na file we are no makohwem ne yakọ CMC. Case management.
It's where they are ruling on the bail.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are feeling on
several disclosures.
Yes,
disclosures. Substantive matter no. Also several disclosures as in the case of Republic versus Bafoboni and 4 others. In the case of Republic versus Bafoboni and 4 others, court ne say I was accused person no 7 in krate bia e bi hia no ama otimi e kana asem ye said ye be ya ode pepepe ye e be ye no enti ansana obekọ trial no na we say 7 all the necessary disclosures odi ni nyina ma na krate kire so obon kwadu ampa o kan asem no ha video ne ye clear in fact wo hwa ye mu clear ye huni say ye de ye wo charge ye de be bon 7 krate ni nyina afi no no nso no e hwe krate nim no wi a wo ankasa prosecutor no dance ni odi kan wa be fra daka na ne lawyer for adre no no matoto na no and your friend cross examination and the cross examination is a powerful tool. Cross examination and re-examination, it will do the Humpty Dumpty. Any Humpty Dumpty, the cross examination will do it. And the cross examination in the bachelor, I'm one who say yes or answer. Now most of the cases are winning our court, especially me. Some of my cases are winning in our court. No, actually, it's a cross examination. Me powerful. I take my time to scrutinize the document and solicit answer. Me ankasa ma fish out me questions so that me the questions na ye wada kanimwa. Ubon se nipa na ofambolo ntimi answer question. When it happens like that, then you destroy the case of the prosecution because it's about reason what a reasonable doubt. And the reasonable doubt, if the almost 97% into me punch it doubt to bakokra uma, it will not inure to the benefit of the accused person. A bas accused person or con a baby.
Mate me that say lawyer Exp0se Bunsu and no enche Jones yamesem so ebetna sene no ye other matters. But ansana Jones ebebem lawyer. Yenra Chief Justice the enume and Ramuana social media but Chief Justice bye ABC Chief Justice congratulations ABC Chief Justice has been sacked Gertrude Esaba Tokono. So she was trending on Facebook. Enra, what are the real issues? Because there was a publication on the Asase radio online Enra regarding the Chief Justice, but lawyer Dina Abba.
Yo, me that say. So here Chief Justice matter ya obi anim say me pesa me call bebre Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And only a gina so na almost the remove Chief Justice. Na ebra asem no kwai wako various courts bebre are fighting for a fundamental right. But the very court we all know say nke betima protect the Honorable Chief Justice no court no san ebuatia no kopim so de na asem asan akodane ECOWAS Court of Justice any ade nyina egu so pending. However, committee na hye ne dwumadi ase na committee ni hye ne dwumadi na ase no fortunately on the part of the Chief Justice legal luminaries any jurist ewo omanyimu a eye kukudam ebinuma serve 65 years somebody like Okujato Honorable Okujato was serve for almost 65 years ewo ba enye years ketwa before bi benya 65 and 50 years at the bar na te say chika tamone ade no enye easy na mbra wasua na mbra wonim Dr. KB Asante no you
okay see ba ko ne lawyer Sam Okuja na
Sam lawyer Samuel Okuja to ono na make no we the former chief justice retired Sofia Akufo-Addo ono so ko justice Nini Yaboa omu nyina appeal Dr. KB Asante we ni age awanya woman na the drafters of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana eti constitution omo draw ye no omo te ase mo na ade ba ko omu nyina ko testify in favor of the chief justice enya kana na omu nyina ko testify say when it comes to the removal of the chief justice the key issue a pair was over ubenya niam miensa na bodi no se niam miensa ni nyina no Dr. KB Asante say the wo wait pa niam ni nyina itimi gina so the remove chief justice here whether or not the chief justice is competent or incompetent or see no normal constitution because omu name the rationale behind it so when it comes to interpretation omu are very good.
I don't know maybe say if I go for spirit and letter of
that
the constitution.
So, of the constitution. So we have the spirit and we have the letter. So if you look at the letter, the black letter law no I said yes actual constitution. So if you are ordinary man and any citizen be of Ghana on your law or the guy just say now can constitution na clear as a chief justice why you see to remove no you have to look at the spirit the rationale behind it what you say and no one justice be kind say the national constitution is a living organism. It's a living organism capable of growth. A constitution a living organism etiasite nipa na enyini is capable of growth. And when you are giving any interpretation to any provision in the 1992 constitution, it was a man of broad and liberal meaning. Eti uchrechema was a man broad and liberal meaning chechemu no ba bemu na unima sama okan enchechemu no so awode ma no eni kwan se e legalistic meaning enye se wo boa pa na wo pe boni bi adie nti no he da kofa meaning na ye legal se obi anti ase mremu legal bi ketwa bi na de abehye ho se de obi nti ase bi ebremu na broad and liberal meaning no the judge no kan say when you are giving broad liberal interpretation of any provision in the 1992 constitution, that interpretation must meet the aspirations and the dreams of the good people of Ghana. So interpretation now they many no it will say meeting the aspirations, the dreams of the good people of Ghana. What are the dreams of the good people of Ghana? Dreams of the good people of Ghana, they say we remove chief justice now wow chief justice abana. Is that what Ghanaians are looking for? Ese me ba aban bia ba me remove chief justice na me de media ba na eti ene trivia issue bia na magina so say me de ba be chief justice hwe ye hwe the judges ne bi legal luminaries no any jurist no any sa former chief justice no ye hwe nsem abi no kan me mpesa me kasa me kenkan a ye beche but me tuma kenkan ni nyina wa some of them ebi no asem o kan ne say justice Nini Yaboa no omo say any justice Sofia Akufu omo say sa prima facie evidence omo establish ye no omo anfa copy crown serve chief justice and the constitution does not allow that because we talk about the principle of odi otaram patem rule the principle of what fair hearing pepepeye e was say did no it why establish a prima facie case against na other na own serve no money copy of the prima facie case now the even in any case time am friend no mo ensam no kra buy no social media so na na chief justice cry and serve no copy so in the first place one of the cardinal principles what constitutional law so one of the cardinal principles said that already the principle of adi alteram patem rule the principle of fair hearing no was what adhered to enti also de ye pepepeye adwuma pepepeye eho justice Nini Yaboa justice Sofia Akufu Dr. KB Asante mu nyina se anya adwuma eho nyina ebia ni wa adwuma pepepe 2 yeyi eho free ho no mo a justice KB Asante asema o kan say if you look at grounds or we remove the chief justice grounds no is neither here nor there because grounds no as a one chief justice also akọ one man holiday oko holiday na holiday na oko ye ni sika no a ye de ama no oko no one ne ba ene ne kunu na akọ holiday ni nti empo okodi sika no o diskani bi abama de de man se nkonko di ni nyina nse no chief justice na return sika ni bi di aba justice Sofia Akufu asmo kan ye no retired ana justice Nini Yaboa omu mienu asem omu kan ne se omu pensu nyina no ye chief justice no ye ma omu sa akwanya no mutimi de omu yere ene omu ma e de kɔ no omu pokura no ma ani bi amfa bi ama no de odibi di bi bai yenhwe ho Justice Araba Isaba Tokino, that woman me hu ni su ni pada ese woye hu konkono because me amete keke udi scam me say what the dollar ma me say me mfa nkɔ America na me nkonko me nkɔ Philadelphia na me nkonko share bibi Ohio baby ana say me hu chronicle evidence Texas me nkɔ Texas na me nkonko di sika wo ya me ne me yere ne me ma nkɔ Texas ni akodi yie what you say but maame no call ye no osan di sika ni bi kura buy na omu nyina ko testify before the committee just Twama committee ni say maame no omu pensu nyina omu no omu yere no omu ma no mo koy enti sa asem no omu de buy no maame no fomra bia ehwo ye baako e de be biem ne de ato maame no so asem omu san ka biem ni say sa transfer na or transfer ye no ese bia justice bi wa appointment bi ana transfer no e administrative functions ultimate transfer appointment zubi ohanma ye de nipa ni bi ko Supreme Court wa a recommendation by Ghana bar ene niema bebre na be kire before ansa na watimi aye appointment e de akọ Supreme Court eno so Justice maame no Araba Isaba Tokuno eno so maame no onfomfom so bia etisankrofo e na Dr. KB Ashanti so akire me say oka omo drafted the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana ho but asama wo kan say se wo hwe ne ma mienso stated misbehavior ene ho anwan ye kan eni nyina na ene ma no de ye kese ne say whether or not such justice ne competent e de ba de ne work wo ye ni nyina e mu de ye na oye incompetent just because political party be essay me baso ami ankasa me yi me chief justice me yi obi a obetimi ne me asom na aboa hwe de unim His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne acting chief justice led by sir Justice Pwama ne committee ni nyina krokro de John no mo yo hwe they can never and I'm repeating they can never sack chief justice. But let me tell you, do you know what they are doing? Omo ye krokro de John sa kopum say omo de acting chief justice ne be yen sakra yes niemem later omo ka chese maame no onye boni bia but then no mo term of office aso trust me KK I'm telling you because they don't have any single ground. I'm betting me they remove maame no chief justice and even if they remove I'm making a conditional statement even if they make an attempt to remove the chief justice me facha in chirima any dachi any ebitwa mahwe wo mo papa will never forgive His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I like he's a nice gentleman, president is a nice gentleman. I like ni demeanor, I like ni height, ni bibia ni adwuma, and the way a manner the president talks.
Shatawali was smiling mafia.
Yes, but the president also say a hard decision. Presidency so far will be the removal of the chief justice. Any hard decision abanoswa or da or jina untimi winning kwesiawi. No koya. The reason being that say pressure being a president say on remove chief justice. And your President Mahama na da. I'm telling you. I know that man. He's a nice gentleman. President Mahama will never do that. But pressure from above, pressure from somewhere, pressure from political members of the party, pressure. Normally, yes, on remove the chief justice. Mamene ni hu nifin. I'm telling you, ne hu anything. O frame baby, asa me mra me ka say chief justice. Ne hu nifin a wo betchemi atum ene echina e de ayifo abefa me kra na. I will tell you, I will every meet ayi bi adem be komenya opportunity bia. I will say chief justice on committee offense bia. KK. We are all servants of the rules. We all read the rules. Yen nyina ye mranim for yesua constitutional interpretation. Yesua bibia fa ho. Aniema yato na article 146 no. Moya am say enye ye nam procedure on form bia. I'm telling you there is no single procedure and the obefa so but unim say maame no onye boni bia ja na mane nkone baby. Enipa kukudam ekoben wotwe as do omo appear before the committee. Opia say ono ne penso krasa na ne ye no. Bibia no egu maame no ho fan. So evidence be na war against the woman. The chat to okran say yes judge be ma transfer ne de na ba a different region. Na ye kra ye tamane ye kire ade wo no fe wo secondary school ni ade no na wo headmaster correct me transfer wo head eno kra nya GS wo head timika so hia wo hobiem ni transfer. So administrative functions are all perform no boni be na chief justice why enti ye di gu ma me nanimu ase you see hey na mete one man maka se na dua mo mpo ne ye ni se na dia ne de be ye dua wuye oye na Jesus Christ no o ka kire mo ese munsuma mo hone mo ma na mo munsuma me na se dua mo mpo ne ye ni se ye de be ye dua wuye na Chief Justice mpo ne nya no na ye ni se na me lawyer ECOWAS bonsu nya nyame ase e betete me nam you see de obeye bia no enchirima ebekai ade bia nipa obeye bia no ewa wiye ewiase na ewa na yobi dia something must create something before something can come into an existence bibia mo bibia bibi ntime ma wiase eti wiase wowura enti ade bia obeye bia ubenya ho asotwen se kwan mo fa so remove maame no anya kwan pa asotwe kase beba o man no so I'm telling you kwan mo fa so remove maame no se nye apa NDC will have a big problem. I'm telling you, they should have a genuine way of removing the woman. But the grounds of my submitting in are frivolous, vexatious, and same should be what? It's abuse of process now. It should be what? Discarded. I was saying in our mobile to go because they say me na me come out be 10,000 be anase say me say that petition bra say remove because at article 4:146 it has spelled out the quiet fast remove nti ke eno answer ma pay 10,000 be am me say that petition bra and am pay 20,000 ma no atro petition ba na ye try say ye follow sa niam we dia enche His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ofira konwa no so na ube hu ane say me lawyer say bonsu the next Chief Justice na me so ma petition say ye remove no will you also remove it wahu enti Ay3ka asembi Justice Pega, may his soul rest in perfect peace. It was a dissenting view. In the case of Emidu versus President Kufuor, in the case of Martin Emidu, Osu President Kufuor court, and Justice Pega in his dissenting view, or Kansembi. Also, although power is dispersed among the three arms of government, that disbursement, and yet to their harmony, and yet to your harmony, but to the harmony of the good people of Ghana. Although which are three arms of government, they are being separated from one another in terms of functions and rule. But three arms of government, and yet penny are separated one more. But separation na ya momo. Omo working independently by interdependence. But sa independent ejuma na omo ye no. The omo ye bian and yet to their harmony, but to the harmony of the good people of Ghana. It is a Ghana for who beto womunti and yache sa enkura betenim. Na nya wo president bi who beto no kofa Chief Justice aba enunti ni yache sa rule. It will interfere with obi a function which is a breach of what? Article 127, judicial independence. It will go remove Chief Justice because Chief Justice in your bush, Chief Justice, o person and no bono, Chief Justice, o person entitlement man and sanka, but you know, nema, almost so mudidi. So, ya to abama, no aban in pre so, not can afford the waba. Ye for pepe ye reset no ye ne pepe but don't have mind be actuated by malice and na JB dankwa kan enre akoto JB dankwa kan say it is actuated the governor na the then governor na adwene na wode pese wode chichi PDA at de omugu no that mindset no it is actuated by malice JB dankwa na use sa abrofo no it is actuated by malice adwene boni kwan so ana wafa na pese wode yi ni panifrim ene na ye kochi JB dankwa ye de ne call detention with that trial onu so di wuye.
Okay, lawyer, and Jones, Yamisama Babata, and some crossover. Just a minute, maybe sir. Question we. Justice Sophia Kufu.
Yeah.
Also, or a member of the Council of State, right?
That is so.
To Sabah, yes or no?
Opulu out.
Yes, Opulu out.
That is so.
Are you surprised to say this time around? What can a year Chief Justice and then ye buahu na say omo a defend a year mameno?
Yeah, you see, me not surprised because Kiki, the mommy who is a mameno anymore na waye Justice of the Supreme Court a check as an Osabe Chief Justice. Eti waye shrewd in law. When we say somebody is shrewd in law, that means that the person knows the law, legal luminary. Onimrano. Eti mrana who is say omo yeno, although abano. Mababe wuramubi as a member of Council of State. Ba me abano kra me nenkoto. Because me musta kwan amudi bedi mami and some amudi abaye frivolous, vexatious. Sa mra we nyina na emfa mra kwam. Enya de wose yesoso. Eti anya me ngwanwa se maame no asa akodia dance e de ama Chief Justice. Eti na me ka kira wo se cross examination and re-examination is a powerful tool that will do the Humpty Dumpty. Na ye do fra daka se maame no the faceless petitioners na omo aba no senka omo ye do omo ba mo fra daka na maame ni buso omo question na keke nkanya me nwanka say excuse me my language ka bebrebe ne omo ho adaka ni. I'm telling you and ye televise no obi a hwa oko interpretation column ho the 1992 constitution we say for the public interest in I was saying nanka televise me obi arebi kabo say questions am me be pose no because the woman was a lawyer before and son obey chief justice and every lawyer knows the law, every lawyer knows the cross examination very well. That will do it's a powerful tool, and it's a powerful tool. You start to see the bobo wa that can lawyer be alpha document no him say no who to kure wo or best start here punch and just started over that can no punch wa then I'll be who say yes as a man at the tone so na nya no kren ka Ghana fo nyina be hu ko be expose wo mo eti maame ni nim eti no waye dende enye onfa hu so obewuo onfa hu so obi be kwa kuku no onfa hu so obi be ye ne den maame no se obe fight akopun se no kore be daddy.
So as it stands, he say Bar Council of England or more akasasa ade na ekwan de maame no fa so no enye kwan
Wales so kan
Commonwealth yes lawyers so akasasa Ghana bar so when kwasa no mo kan Ghana bar so
omo so Ghana bar kan
omo pie mu
efuagati mu nyina ka ho a honorable efuagati so
omo so koye
so I mean no disrespect ono so omo nyina ka ho bi no omo nyina ko testify ma no say one Paul Jawu or I forgot that omo nyina ko ka ana vice no bath Victoria Bath, Honorable Victoria Bath. Omu nyina ko oye vice to SKB Ashanti. Omu nyina doctor. Omu nyina ko testify.
It stands now. What they no baby because he say bibia
they've jeopardized the committee. I'm telling you. Committee in sentence no ma jeopardizing away. The committee ni bibia beka bi o lawyer now representing petitioners. This is the time I will so pull out. Because it's a very bad case for you. We know, we the lawyers. You name say case in ya enye. When a case is bad, it's bad. But at times, so person tested the pulse of the other lawyer to know say be an a real fin law and answer wakaya. Anything be a oko. And doing 50 preoccupant consider defeat. What you say case in ya enye. What you say. And also be said mrani be a lawyer na other side in the real fee be a one farmer or the back cantana. You see, and there may be one my we see when is a committee nka we crash started by no. And we say when is a committee mujume di nyina. And ya fee ani ebeka sampa President Mahama no person ka obeye ni bibia nti of procedure nka mo we say waja no. You see, ade no ma yo madwen say nko mu be yi na firi ho but nyame na achole. You understand that? And kranika nyame na achole because the nyankopon ya ade no otama me na chi a wonu se onye mfumso bia ana nipa kuku da mu nyina akọ testify de ama no edise mu ko ja na me megyina nka say President Mahama ene NDC aban no mo peso mu ja ma me no ene ntina na mo fa procedure keke nyame na atua mo soka. What I say wahunu said the more no it is actuated by malice, bad mentality, spiteful remarks. What I say adwemfun etechiri and a person mo dey remove ma many friends actuated by malice.
All right, me that say lawyer Exp0se Bonsu. Yama say me ma akwaba.
Oje global peace.
Yeah.
Oh, survey na bana. Say I drop you.
Ya drop big time.
Oh, when you na kan ho bi. Omo hwe o level of the way we strengthen with democratic institutions. Yeah, hwe na wasco. Ni hwe the level of internal peace in the country ni a score ni ahwe said the security no omusi omadwuma efa ewo memu say enipa hoto no wonama there is peace, there is security in the country. These are the caveats amore na omode assessment na 8 months pay in government wo dey hwe aban baaye oman asundwe wom asundwe nim oman civilians etimi sorry no mo police station ni akọ bro police for to bo glass na police for there be american police for gina ho na komodo mo say to criminals ni ko senior man mo de mo nya abotre na mo se no ma we would have that o man a obi ye adwuma mobile money vendors. We have seen so many examples. Ye kunkum wo mo. There's no security and the mobile money for both says no mu demika no ma say no ma no ma pon. First, no me say China from which I say 1 year adwuma into the na bi wom timi adwuma kopem be 9. They say about 5:30 6 o'clock. No be answer no man no dwane because there's no security in the country. Omaya former minister ye China buni tete anana camera dan so na police for more than omo be din samfon no. No be answer gu nachi. No mo bu former ministers na bi dwane omo na America. Cause so we dwane a wan hwa on kwa be free nsem. And all these assessments have been done by them to see say your mama mu de normal kwa na ede e kofo hwe o memu hwe boko etimi de boko ye tribal politics. Eka said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enam wochiche to the ama one part of the factions. Say omo fan koku mi wana nyi true. Ene boku for na ba out and omo patch o say entwe yi na omo diaban no ho yawo. Say omo use tribalism. E di influence man for afa nipa koto aba in those enclaves. Na nipa suru nipa ntimi ankoto aba. This is the Ghana that we are talking about. Now when you your mama when you go for the jail. Me they say lawyer say akeka Chief Justice say me. Oh me ba what say our best pose me nim begu ase because and some of our bros I don't need to come there. But the main part say the judicial system a ban way try say oh weaken the judicial system. Ni nyina kan obi e na ya score Ghana. Am an aba form. Am a low score. Global Peace Index, Ghana has dropped because John Mahama was not able to handle the level of peace in this country. And no one na usro. And then go for be so mo na o ma banya bantino sebe nsam fun no mudi. Na na wo mu adia area. Yes ho de obi anko. Mining sector no legalized mining sector. Anglo good. Area mo concession mo bianco ho we say no ye ko woni akọ tunnel num ni akwa kutu good ya ban na ba na mo ni soldier for to na mato and sano we nyina ma ene ya drop it. There's no security in this country enti aban dia na aban wo ye enti say ya
enso nanado tia konya no so 2021 38 a drop but 61
serious
55 last year yeah drop but
it is serious enti no NDC for masa to abama mo so maye adwuma ho sa animu na mo de bi animu na mo kan wasem no we are 8 months in government. We are expecting results from you. And now, and let me catch us. And this for they are thinking say the solution to deal with the dollar. Say about fighting inflation. Say you are not spending. Indeed, the government is not spending. And the nipa who spending a crack pay was another dollar. So much more solution to the dollar. And then most spending a crack be penny. You know dollar shall say I couldn't even know. Dollar now more the politics. You know is it not rising? Say rising call. I say I do 12, 11 to 12 and echo.
Nana say where they sorry say be travel. Good afo. Nan say omo ade betrue justice say oko banks na. What could do China na say wo kra na man kra no. Bank ne se koya be send sika no betumi akwa do China na say baby a wo fa de man. Sika no emo no mo asan afa plane na san ba. Na say omo to be for where dey sika enko. Dollar de bi ni ho. E bi ni ho. Banks ne bi ni. Ebi ni any bank so enso kura the 13
so entini eba ne see what you do is that this all call abochi ho o call black market and all corporate dollar ni bi over there it is 13 Ghana cedis plus and send wait me assessor it is say there na NDC for omo yemaye omani ho kire ye you say there is no money in the system. This is a project and another go forward didn't sack can ya ye could do baby nyina and baby ochiaka could do nyina and this for but there's no single project our motwaso hwe enkan kwan Accra to Kumasi road me nyare ofasa kwan no so ahun me omo amasem ye me yane omo buses no omo bre omo huna mane bus bi wetimi to amanam wo se wa ne to no na twi was na in time back time na hangi and so there be a bus in nam so sa it is okwa na so okodu sapema area and sana bedu amasama ubetra amasama na odu baby overhead ni wono na wa waje ho mena what is this enti abanu hu say 8 months this is an international road anytime bia ka ekoneba sa kwan ne kakra no bia na ndaka kufu ayedru ye and this for muti binya sa kwan no magana for wonto mo entino with the global peace index there obi anim said there is no security. The security in this country is coming down. So and say ukonas omo mutu kwan no security wono uko UK kakra na so president ne tata me ye pe me achimia ni ama papers ni ama ya grant asylum no akwa ne no say amount for the John Dramani Mahama din enam say
this country so Rollins time na ne hu we bi yes we kodi adro wo jama and okọ jama
hwe me say Kufuor time ukodi adro na say ukọ sick podcast na say wode ubu this of Ghana o ma won stay kra because Ghana had a level of peace in the country but I said there political persecution yes sound din adwuma na wo ye kwa ni asaba be guna ma look at what they are doing to John Chairman Wontumi mo de ba de yanti committee ni enye what you say mo freeze the sika ni mobile money crowd they send it mo no crowd no mo be freeze na account what's the meaning of that Chairman Wontumi de money be no de ayemo me wa mo ko fo na ya bobo mu din no abanga ni ayi even say Joseph Yami ya bom and dey maka akose carpet ase eni guase amudi gu MPP for na sisi adapa na osikapuduo na ya nya obi amana me clear sisi adapa o FBI ankanye institution bi kwa in Ghana FBI be clear sisi adapa ya nya obi amana me clear na do dam kwakufu ado on first cathedral no ya nyini pa Mahama claim say international organized audit firms and the Bible Johnson no corruption bi anye de ankoso na Ghana de obi abehu bi Ghana obi abehu bi omai na nada go for to no kama but the ebeba de na ebeba me say obi abehu bi John Mama spend is now we say 8 months in government and you know and the cocoa hey cocoa John Mama Timothy na nada go for a buy from cocoa price of free 8 million and they go 15 million one train was a mass or 31 million cocoa bag bakobo ebisi wo Ghana history muda ebisi da. But we had our brothers in NDC a punchy hole say na how dan ko oyenipa boni ni was nke dey 70 million and above ya find you cranye 60 million now you have the power what you are doing is that eneko ko what they say 1.2 million and etum and if nyame o man say nyame for mo boni nche omoda and then go to the farming communities and see how people are angry about NDC because much chomuntro and some mo kan man ba kon me wo videos bi kura man ba ko me ko wo say and for kan se nto moto oba man NDC no ntino okobo obosia and wakototo o se kokoo no new price ne maya kokoo no o se wo kokoo se sia na se new price man na se wo ton o de beji old price no enti wakototo kokoo ni bia o de twen new price because NDC for so mo de be ko 60 million na 70 million ti wanya kura no se wakoto one bag 31 million kana se NDC for etum de ko bia 55 million na or them bear 24 million one bag and we got 50 bags. I got 50 bags. And in Sihuna, ye see cocoa, which I call you and where ye sing hono. Or Towa won't mean Sikano Benyane and Simuno won't mean Frontier and a Waboka. Because no one is called the Bakwaji 55,000. Now, Dream, Nesaka, when young for so be brave to go tin Simunukana or Besanian for so. And then the cocoa farmers are crying. Na mudi be di obi kura omo muton cocoa so mudi masan be come so because munya ma cocoa for no be to about the NDC because they were thinking say you to about no wi a omusika sembe dey e be koso dia mom. What is this? And then na ndi for omodi yeko. And 24 hour ko me omo kan wasem bi kura wo. Enim guase akwaba NDC. And then mo kan 24 hour ko mu ji agro. Mobeka musu mo lunch na mo lunch ne 24 hour come and one same say but wo dey nya wotre your promise ne baba ye so your promise ne wia me say MPP mo ye do o dey say wetin wa come na wo so dey but e wo form kakra nyame adoma January ye beto aba na yi flag bearer amna di anim na yi flaba mani di animu a minim se nyina e be focus and united. But me there, I believe in consistency. There should be consistency in our political game. Say a market will be a or say yes a try. There's a be a try boy. Who was a new face now ba? Especially when the person is competent or be any say any pay or you're competent. Intermediate I do what they are, I'll go for consistency. The idina konya san fa nko bio na nko to me emfa maye na MPP inshallah nyame adoma 2028 ebe kwa kofa to me the enti me ka se be kwa kofa to me ni se ye to oba wi no he uko che no bi am pen the MPP die tie ye to oba wi anti me trans MPP adwuma aye yi but ni nyina ne say propaganda and lies ewuru amanfo tim eni aho kire kakra so oho kire kakra na ye propaganda so dey asa wu ma twanto asa ato so ewuru amanfo tim enti amanfo be branto aba ena ye se ento aba se amanfo be si ato aba wa Ashanti region ni ada areas
that's as he say boku obo dey campaign aje go obo to solve e no kra be ka global peace e no kra na ma yetiko galamse and Joseph Yami as a president and unjai de or no almost ranya no fufro crana extortion of course anti-galamsey for no Judicial and then omotata galamsey for sa intendo national cathedral and also a hun try a home presidential jet here some just be obo kan ye bia be obo kan ye bia but he has a good will and he every sabria could do a December there Ghana for better bubble. Oh, my shall say, quite feeling sunny.
But I would say, and then me say, and the Galamsey areas, Yakoto aba, would be votes and people benya. Hey, Omun number two, Omo pay to your boy, my and this one has told me one and I'm starting money. After extortion of money, no matter the Omun Friday, I could go no Mutuntino, Omwa. Omunya kwanya na ye dem ratu won banya adwuma na man ene ya chichi omo sisa omo no ma ene eja endi fo na gum ana omo de omo kwa na ese asase ne kese. What is this? Galamsey ka ho asem edu ba bi kwa na endi fo si ye declare state of emergency ene de ye ntimi declare ene makwaji Galamsey na free omo ye mining nsem ana moa na mutu enti oboso obi wo sai na otu na panyin bi na ye de ene de ana ehso no mutu me say ene ekoto obo Galamsey site omo nyina be sori no maba be di achi bara chi na muyi se de pese ye ne se ye biem ama amanfo ashase omo amanfo ashase de pick of forms submission of forms na ye de ekoso kakra ekoso amanfo ekoso submit of forms ye be ya mana e kama message party mpanifo say election we ye mananye free and fair na ubia akwanya bia wo bia open the platform for everybody, and I know say we have learned something from what happened the other time, and this election so far me who say bibia koso bia say ye bibi de tie obi everything is in order. Omo contest kwa now they are now testifying. Na ye be say wo obenya akwanya say wo so pre to me ni bi no unya akwanya na say wo kasa na waka wonsem kama and then baby Brian Champion invited secretary, so I was there. The man talked very well. He talked very well. One kasa nchuchu bia. That is how we want things to be. And when you say kasa ye pass the kaneka Dr. Baumia dan ka watope. Say kasa ye pa there, nobody can be compared to Dr. Baumia. And as I said, and go for be one ma, e do one ma. The future ni omo dia. But say pa there, consistency. Oh, Dr. Baumia the young boy. But and there's some fact now say there Dr. Baumia there. Election is
just the lawyer. Baba so is here.
Future the amount for
the person of Baba so is here.
Amount for future that is
the beauty of democracy here.
Amount for future bet me about that thing. But say pa there. Now pa asem na aba o asa na aba election with the 8 years bisi bibiansi o election wudi 8 years na ohwafo nti we say about to 8 years e do baby a abufuo no ma opponent ne de enya kakra ansa ko no ba be campaign eno nje say we so competent o na ka John Dramani ma bet me be the president akọ am ya to aba atia ne woefully am this man will come again or by what has he done. He's not been able to do anything. Look at how he's handling the dollar. There's no policy in place. Foundation led to honor US crisis, US trade crisis. Now they are beneficiaries. And then good for oil. A home for so and then now they are benefiting. But obianim say, o pese o dollar ni nya hoden we see the no enya hoden tia dollar. Enye se bia o kipi cedis no ama ma for one achrom na say demand for cedi no aye high ama cedi wide. There be o kipu cedi so a nipa so nya sika nye dey and spend ho che be bo manum. But what you do is that you invest in businesses, trade, industrialization. Na mo buy ya factories here be across the country now be what differences of completion. Mo buy mo hwe mo budget na mo say 1D 1F you are not going to invest in that again. How do you boost industrialization? Now also be a 24-hour economy. E dey be na dey be a 24-hour economy no. And same be ho no ma ye beka. E di mesre fellow countrymen NPP for say you are coming back again in 2028. Yes, Samu. Obi echi a wona so bia no fa che no. Me see Alan Ba ye be gino party no. Alan Honorable Alan Kojo Chematin. We are waiting for him to come. Ye be gino party ni say o say
obi akoka bi ma ne ho ya akire.
Oh, any question this
obi akoka bi ma ne ho ya akire.
Ekwan Alan desert party no. It is so painful. Politics is mafia mo. And I work with mafia, mafia bay. Any mafia. So, impo se bibi kwana se obi a mafia wa. If you love the party, you no go and form another party. Say o party nye day in lose election. They won't go support another party. They say you are wishing say o party in lose election now the emra. We are politician, we are MPP near. You should never think that way. Who na who for MPP? That spirit is coming back in the party. In time because Obia or free party numbi and the person is welcome, including Honorable Alan Kojo Chematin. Any supporters bia almost said na unsanko for kwa mkodi ala echi. Omunyina se omunyina eba back. Eti be se bia no man koye bia.
Party for so koy na wan totobo amma park no so they are fine. Na bi nso koya omuguso totobo oba park no so.
Obu okti o. Se oguso a totobo oba park no so e bia isi say samere ye biemu ebi kwa na ebikina kwa banu hu unu hu na so chole teba e show remorse a I was a party in the chow kobe window na ye be na mom o ma window no close dia na say what dey umpe party ni do on my bed and the amount enti be say Honorable Alan Kojo Chematin obia the party is for all of us the APC a unity o and no my lucky na election ko yi pa what me say ye ko election sinanko fo bi de omukuto bi omomore tintin form okuta mic ye campaign man wodi mic kan kama wodi mic masam for masam ko ma monto ma it was happening but you find say na ye bufu ye de obi a de ache no enti ye betena o man mu ama NDC for asa ba another 4 years be one. Look at the first 8 months how we are suffering in this country. Yeah, but our brother, what government oba or they share papa gukwem ama obi o sa aban we bu o man ene she say awufo yi omo ma control exams registration fee omo tua o they are paying BEC registration fee they are paying for the san we nyina ma free education system and almost everybody in Ghana when nya hwe kura no secondary education there were beneficiary. Ukabo for one timi anka be kura obeka de okana obete de okana se enkonta 1+1 obetimi ayebi we ye anisuade wan na MPP for we say ye be boa magana ni bi anya access to education now we say no we ya it will affect your economy but we are looking into the future but Ghana for hu ni sa omo hu ni say oh ye ho kire de ya de Israel for de ni bi ho kire ani yan system but minim say we have another 3 years ahead of us. 3 years, okay. I am not a prophet of doom, and I'm not speaking doom for the NDC. But so far, say ya NDC for be your man dia, o man na ho chebe bempa. Because so far, no foundation. They will tell you, economy no, how to handle economy no. Strategy is all about keeping the money. Uko economy you see, when demand and supply. When there is demand for seed, that's a seed in ma, not seed in young wedding. Now, one find seed in this one corner. How do people get money to spend? And you know, now what the woman they say, I want na ball man. They are not spending. Contractors cry on between Mokaka, almost so much ya. See the Baba system. I'm will be a yama. Demand for $1 now. Ako form. And if that's the case, they are not spending. And now what the abo man. Yeah, best say. This is a clear opportunity for the new patriotic party. We should regroup, reorganize, rebrand, and recapture power in 2028. The big mammas had say we are supposed to be united as a party. Obia boni odia bia a deep party in Biano. Ya by your fancheni pakro. Na sani pakoni one vote no. This one on falco mapa. Emaye ejuma, emeboa party no. Ama party ni intimi enya power.